Pokemon Master. I've got my Mewtwo and Pikachu and my Poliwhirl. I just can't seem to do it. I just can't seem to be a Pokemon Master. Is that coming from the closet? Is it glowing?
It takes some kind of skill, and I won't stop until 150 Pokemon are mine. I must define the art of capture. Pokemon, to be a master. Pokemon master. I will be writing a brand new chapter. Pokeball, go, all the children.
Silly me. The Master System can't play Pokemon. Hey guys, welcome out to another episode of Retro Repair Tips. As always, I'm the Retro Repairman, Cody Thomas, and this week we're going to dive headfirst into the world of Sega with the Master System. For those of you who are like me and didn't know about the Master System until recently, I don't blame you. I don't feel like it's very well known and heavily underappreciated. It was a great system for the time. It was Sega's foray into the 8-bit console market, rivaling the NES at the time, and it had a great library of games. I mean, it even had a Sonic the Hedgehog game. Yeah, that was a thing.
I'm done!
Well, anyways, on this week's episode of Retro Repair Tips, we're going to be tearing this Master down, seeing what's going on in there, and going to address a few common problems I've been getting from you guys, like faulty controller ports, faulty power port, video port, and definitely, you know, the standard, no power, 7805. We're going to hit that. So, without further ado, let's get this baby open.
Okay guys, let's do this. Like masters. Flip that bad boy over and take a look at the bottom. 6 screws to remove here once again. What's the deal with 6 screws? Anyways, yeah, get those 6 out. Awesome. Now let's take a look inside that big black clamshell. Set the top of the system aside and take a peek at the shielded inside. Right away we'll be able to notice key areas of the motherboard, such as the cartridge slot, the card slot, the controller ports, power port, and the video port. There will be 6 total screws holding the shielding on. There will be 3 in the front of the system, here, here, and here, and 2 on the back, right here, and right here. Oh yeah, can't forget the one on the top, right there. Set the shielding aside and take a look at the motherboard. Pretty old looking if you ask me. There will be another 7 screws you need to remove here. 2 for the cartridge slot, 2 for the card slot, 2 for the power switch, and 1 on the motherboard. Do those all fast like. Great! Pull that motherboard out. There's one more piece of shielding on the underside of the motherboard. Get that off, and you're done. hot diggity dog, you're a master of the master system, master of the universe. Now before we get to these repairs, let's take a look at everything in the traditional fashion, eh? Okay guys, to get this repair going, we're going to need a few things. For the 7805, we're going to need a desoldering iron, a soldering iron, and a new 7805. And for the controller, video, and power ports, we're just going to need a soldering iron. We're going to dive headfirst into the 7805 since I've done it several times and y'all are probably pretty familiar with it by now, so we can get it out of the way. First things first, we need to locate the 7805. It's on the left region of the motherboard, attached to this giant heat sink / shield. Take a look at it. It'll be screwed to the shielding, so go ahead and remove that screw. Now take your desoldering iron and carefully desolder the 7805. Please don't burn yourself like I did yesterday. Once you've desoldered all 3 pins, your 7805 should fall right out. Get your new one ready. Simply stick the 3 pins through the holes on the motherboard and line up the hole on the 7805 with the hole on the shielding. Stab your screw in there and tighten it up. Fixed! Alright guys, now a couple of you have messaged me about this one, so I figured I would cover it. Do you have a loose controller port that only works half the time? The issue that you're probably experiencing is called a cold solder joint, and in a nutshell, what it means is that due to time and age, the solder has deteriorated and broken the connection. It's a very simple fix, and it doesn't take more than a few seconds. Flip the motherboard over and take a look at the 2 controller ports on the front. There are a total of 9 pins for each controller. Take a hot soldering iron and, with some solder, gently apply some to each pin, making sure that the connections don't bridge and that they look solid, like this. Rinse and repeat for all 9 pins of each port until they are perfect. Lastly, I've seen this one all too often in many Sega consoles, a loose power and or video port. It's the same principle here, a cold solder joint. Heavy traffic on these ports is to blame, coupled with the age of the console, and even where you might have stored it over the years. Anyways, like I said, it's the same principle. Just take your soldering iron and some solder and gently apply it to the pins of both the power jack, here, and the video jack, here. Once you've done that, great job. You fixed the most common problems with the Master System. Fixed! Rapid reassembly mode!
Well guys, that's all for this week's episode of Retro Repair Tips. I hope you learned a little bit about the Master System, and if you ever find one of those broken out there in the wild, I hope you know what to do. Man, this one was getting torn down later, but now it's tearing me down at Pokemon Stadium. Ugh, he's definitely not broken anymore. Oh, what the fuck? No! Super effective my ass! Thanks for watching, guys. What the fuck, man? Why do you always have to be the master?
All the children sing. Na, 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 na. Hey. Yeah. It's all about the evolution of the Pokemon. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na.
Aw man, it's still broken?